All right, here we go. Game 1, SalzZ against Suomi, aka Finland. And we've got Winchester playing as Italians. We got Classic Pro as Dravidians. Great Civ matchup, or a great Civ combination, rather, for migration. And then on the other side, we have the Lessa playing as Koreans. And we have Japanese from the Max. And we haven't seen Max in a while. Ever since Nations Cup, I don't think I've cast Max. Excited to see what he could do. Max is a demon. And you never know what you're going to expect from this guy. Now, he hasn't played as much recently, but he's still a very good player, and strategically, he's got one of the best minds in the game. And good macro, too, in the late game. So, see what we can spot from this guy. Japanese is great. Koreans are great.
Ding dong, can I drive you someplace?
No, podcaster Chris. You can't. Okay? Thank you for the 22 months. You pretending to be one of the party members? How many of them do you think are gonna show up at my door today? I'm thinking 2, but it might be 0. Can I bring you a pizza? I should try and get stuff out of them. Like, my lips are really chapped today. Can you go buy me some chapstick? I don't think I can leave my house until I have some chapstick. I can't go vote until I get the chapstick. Isn't that literally illegal? No, it's not illegal. Organizing transport for the people that are going to vote for your candidate is not illegal. Now, if they're going to pressure you and say, like, listen, unless you go out and vote for our candidate, we're going to burn your place down. That's borderline illegal, right? Hello, David. Watching you from not yet that dark Europe. Wow, dude. Yeah, but your basement's still dark, though, at your parents' place, right? It might not be dark outside, but you haven't been there in months. So, what's up, Exocep? All right, Feudal Age on the way. Feudal Age is fastest for Winchester with Italians. Like I said, Italians and Dravidians synchronize well. Italians can go up to the next stage cheaper. They will get 5 population from each one of these docks because of Dravidians, and their fishing ships will be cheaper as well, and he's only gone for 2 of them. Our Dravidians player is up pretty quickly, too. About the same speed as Violessa, so these guys will be up at the same pace. And then Max has gone up about 1 villager later than Winchester, and Max has Koreans, so Max will be saving wood on the ships. Winchester, though, should have the first round of fire galleys out at about the same time. Or, sorry, galleys out, not fire galleys. It's not a 1v1, it's 2v2. He'll have these about halfway completed at the same time that Max gets to the next stage, and galleys are about to be produced. Max has the defender's advantage, however, so Winchester can't really push easily on this side, and Max also has 2 extra fishing ships. So Max has a little bit better eco coming in here. He hasn't kept the fish all on the same tuna. He's spreading them out so that it's a little bit of work for Winchester to snipe these down if he gets up faster. And now he's going for a 3rd dock. I was going to say, Europe doesn't really have basements, but everyone gets the your mom basement joke anyway. Oh, man. Nice catch here from Max. He's going to see these galleys from Winchester in the micro. The dance begins on the water. It's a delicate dance. You go backwards, you go forwards. You go side to side, you duck back, and then you dip in. If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a galley. And the same thing's going to happen over here. Dravidian should have a little bit of... Oh, Max is Japanese. He's not Korean. Fuck. Anyway. You get the gist of it. I got that all messed up. Fuck. I got that all messed up. Japanese for Max. His fishing ships are tankier. He spent less wood on the lumber camps and potentially on the mining camp and the mill if he had made those. And I think he made a mining camp. There we go. And he made the mill as well. So he could afford 2 extra fishing ships. It's Vilesa, the one who is spending less wood on the ships. And he is going to find the first galley from Classic Pro. Classic Pro did get 200 additional wood, though. So that kind of makes up for the cheaper ships. And, of course, his docks count as houses, which is important. Both Vilesa and Max have gone for 4 fishing ships, though. Which is nice. They should have a better eco. We do have basements. Okay. But they're not like renovated basements. They don't have like carpeting and like a bar and like a rec area. I'm sure there are some, but I don't think it's as prevalent. Judging by people's reactions when we see a picture of a basement here. They're like, oh my god, that's a basement? Shouldn't they have like bomb doors? All right, good defense here from Vilesa. And we see Max actually pushing in hardcore against the Italians. With his galleys, he's getting real aggressive. He's not taking out the ships that were one shot away from death, though. And now he is. And Winchester has to be very, very careful here. Max is pushing in. He's trying to repair the ships. Doesn't work so well against galleys. And Max has a significant advantage over on this side. 8 galleys versus 3. And he's cut these 2 off. Max is playing really well to open this one up. And let's take a look at the KD. Oh my goodness. Max 7-5 KD. We see Vilesa 7-2. Classic Pro and Winchester really struggling, but Winchester is on the way up to the Castle Age. That is one benefit of Italians. It's going to be cheaper for you to click. You should be up first, and it's very clear that Winchester has kind of stalled out his production. Only went for 2 docks versus the 3 from Max. And now he is forced to go into fire galleys, and he's going to try and get that war galley research as quickly as possible. He's got to let his teammate know that the galleys are looping around this way. And Max is doing the correct thing. He's not just kind of hanging out at these docks. He is pushing through with his galleys. He's looking for the fishing eco. And Winchester is even signaling right here. And he's saying, like, listen, Max is going to be coming around here pretty soon, Classic Pro. Make sure you guard your fish. He's got his fish in the left corner. So they should be fairly safe for the time being as Max just tries to find any additional fish from Winchester. Winchester is now in Castle Age. He's gone for fire galleys, and Max has gone for a couple fire galleys of his own to kind of stall out the fire ships that are going to be there soon. Max has also gone for a transport. Meanwhile, on the other side, Vilesa 10-3 KD. 10-3 KD, and he's up faster than Classic Pro. Really solid opening here from the Finns. And now Max is looping around with these galleys. He's completely evaded Winchester. Winchester has to be kind of confused. He had the galley over here, didn't see anything. And then he patrols these guys through here, and Max managed to weasel his way past that. Now Vilesa and Max might be thinking about some sort of pincer maneuver to trap the fleet from Classic Pro before he can get it upgraded. In the center here, Max will go for barracks. The fires are in now. And you can see the fire galleys doing a good job just kind of getting in front and stalling these fire ships. And Max is going to try and keep his galleys alive and then make more fire galleys and maybe demolition rafts behind this. Because the galleys are doing very limited damage to the fire ships with the extra Pierce armor. All right. Potential here for Max. If he finds this villager, which I think he has, but he's not paying attention. He's very clearly paying attention over here. And can you blame him? He's got upgraded ships to deal with. He has found the fishing ships, and he's going to kill them now. Overall, really, really good start from Team Finland. And careening is coming in for Winchester already. So that will give him +1 Pierce armor, making the fires even tankier against these galleys. But War Galley is about to come in. Max clears up that stuff. Classic Pro is going to come back and try and deal with this. Vilesa is pushing in really aggressively. And Classic Pro might be cooked here. Classic Pro's Navy is kind of cooked here. He's gone for additional war galleys. I think he might need to switch onto fires on this side. Fires are kind of working for Winchester. As we see Max trying to clear this up. Winchester has gotten to the center here. But Max will be pushing out with the Scout and with Monks, and Spearman unfortunately doesn't see that TC placement. Good pressure here from Vilesa. He's going to show up on the wood line. This is ugly for Classic Pro. Definitely needs to switch. His other wood line is forward too. And he's gone for a transport ship, but he's busy, very clearly busy. And now chopping one tree with 13 vills. Not optimal for sure. Fish over here from Max. In a position now to be cleared up, and he's just trying to run some of them. He needs his teammate to come around here ASAP with the war galleys and start distracting Winchester, because his water is definitely still under threat. I'm surprised Byzantine and Berber aren't picked more for their fire ship powers. It's all about uptimes, man. It's all about eco and uptimes, right? Byzantines, potentially. But you also have to look at the team bonuses, right? Dravidians have a really strong team bonus. First relic is going to be grabbed from Max. Has he discovered this TC yet? He has not still. And Winchester lost out on the fish early, but still has a pretty solid economy, especially with the second town center going up right here. Classic Pro making the kamikaze dive into the fishing eco from Vilesa, and he's really unable to clear up very many of those, so Vilesa will keep 10 fishing ships alive. Compared to the SalzZ team, that's a ton. Max still has 4 of them that have been running for a very long time. And he discovers the town center. He's also on stone over here, so we're going to switch to the resource section. And Vilesa, is he going Imperial Age? Or what? Maybe he just has a lot of food in the bank? He's banking up a ton of gold. He's banking up a ton of food. And he's adding 4 more fish. And that just might be a side effect of having so many fishing ships. The fact that he's got that much food. But it could also mean that he's thinking imp. Maybe bombard cannons in the center. This is good for Max. You can't let Winchester add fish behind this just because he has water control over your main base. You got to start adding in fires and sending that fish, and that's exactly what he's done. Oh, she lives. The girl who lived. Meanwhile, good pressure from Vilesa with the war galleys, fully taking over control of Classic Pro's Island, the edges, that is. And he's even going to take out the dock here. He's definitely thinking it. He's not spending that res. With Koreans, he could go chemistry, bombard cannons. It's Max converts Seville there. And then Max could go for a siege push here. He could go for more on stone to try and get a castle up. Looks like Winchester is already on stone. So he's definitely thinking about a defensive castle. And Winchester doesn't know about this. But he saw the scout from Max. And it is Max. So likely there's going to be siege forward on you fairly soon. Outpost will come up just in time to see the two mangonels advancing forward. There's the siege workshop from Vilesa. Monks from Classic Pro are going to get 3 conversions, but now they're out of faith, so the scout can come in here. Max will simply try and convert a villager back. No, he's going to grab the relic and be done with it. Some of those monks are going to die too. All of those monks are going to die. Nice job here from Vilesa. He did give up 2 vills, but it's probably worth it at the end of the day. And you can see Imperial Age already on the way in. He already has the university. He can upgrade his ships. He can get chemistry for bomber cannons for something to push this area back. And Classic Pro is not even close to him. Like, Vilesa is going to be so much faster than Imperial Age than any other player in this game. It's kind of wild. Might make the difference. And now Winchester has to be worried about this. His stone is right near the edge of his shoreline. His transport ship's still here, right? So he has to pull back his navy to kind of deal with this. Take some pressure off of Max's island. And maybe Max can clear this stuff up. Potentially go for some more fish of his own or keep streaming fires forward. Still great damage over here from Vilesa. This wood line, I mean, if he keeps it like this, it's all going to be dead shortly. And he'll pull that stuff away. Classic Pro's just on damage control duty right now as we see Max pushing in. Oh, boy. Oh, God. Winchester, this is getting rough, my dude. He has enough stone for a castle. Castle right here would go kind of hard for Max. Imperial Age is in. And there's the castle, and he's got double mangonel and Winchester. I don't know if you're getting this one up. Yeah, he doesn't think so either. GG coming in. Very solid performance from Suomi in the first game. And I think it was on the back of them adding, like, Max added 2 more fishing ships in Dark Age. He didn't force Castle Age like Winchester. Classic Pro was 3 fishing ships versus 4 from Vilesa. And then both of them just straight up lost the naval battle. Winchester had 2 docks versus 3. But Classic Pro had equal dock production as Vilesa, and he just straight up lost the galley micro. Really, really solid from both the Finns. They're going to take game 1. And yeah, Vilesa kind of steamrolling there. Oh my God. Really solid game from him. Very, very nice stuff. Let's take a look at his macro behind this. Idle TC time, only 3 minutes. That's super good. We already saw the eco way more because he kept his fish alive. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right. We mark that down. 1-0. It's the score going into game 2. Migration is the map down here. It has been played. And it was Japanese and Koreans. And SalzZ used their first pick and their third pick. Dravidians are basically, if there's a water map involved on a team game tournament, you could make an argument against it on 2v2. But Dravidians are like always going to be one of the first civs drafted. It's just such a strong team bonus. Isn't Ripard better than Classic Pro? No way, dude. No. He is definitely not. Classic Pro will make it into top 16s of big tournaments. Ripard will not. Also, there's dark in between those two, right? Classic Pro's a very good player. He's just a very solid player on all types of maps. He's not a specialist at all. He's just a classic pro, you know? Oh, God. Here we go. 4 seasons. Crazy map. We've got 4 different segments. And each player starts with 2 TCs. Each segment has a slightly different flair. We've got the snowy segment over here. We've got the desert-y kind of plains segment up here. Super desert segment down here, and then greenish segment. Over here, and it's very difficult to track everything that's going on both sides. Classic Pro has gone for the Lithuanians, Incas for Winchester. So Winchester starts with 2 houses, I believe, on each side. As he realizes what happened in that villager. And Incas will start with 10 population from each of these houses. So there's 20 pop. There's another 20 pop space right there. Very, very strong. Also a pretty good civilization if you're thinking castle drops. And this is a map where you will see a lot of castle drops. On the other side, we have Bengalis for Villessa. Very strong pick, especially with 2 TC. You get up to Feudal Age, bam! Plus 4 villagers. You get up to Castle Age, bam! Plus another 4 villagers. That's 8 villagers if you've done the math at home. That you're going to be ahead. And then Max playing as the Huns. And I think we all know why you would play the Huns here. Because you don't have to worry about pop space. There's plenty of food available. You can just start making vills and you don't have to care. Your boom should be unreal. It should be a fast castle play for everyone involved, as is usually the case on 2TC. Losing that villager early from Winchester, not really going to make a difference that much. You start with so much population. You can see 31 vills, 32 now versus 33. It's not an incredible percentage difference on the eco. I don't think humans get extra feudal TCs with double TC start. Thorben. That's been answered before, and I can't remember the answer to it, but I don't think they do. Wow, what an interesting map. It is, man. We've seen this in 1v1, and in 1v1, my dude, there is still 4 segments, and each player starts with 4 TCs. It's crazy. It is wild. It's a slightly different vibe on 1v1, though, because I think they have the resource... each resource like has its area, right? So I think this was like the food area. This was the stone and gold area up here, and this was the most important spot. And then there was like fish down here or something. Lithuanians are broken as hell on 4 quarters. I guess you get 150 food per or 100 food per TC, right? You got good monks. You've got a bunch of relics. See, there's 2 relics over here. 2 relics over here. Is there a specific reason you think they're broken as hell? Market for Max. He's going to go up to Castle Age soon. Feudal Age coming in for Winchester a little bit later, but all the players are well on their way to the Castle Age. And you can see Villessa already having that villager advantage, right? Bengalis. 4 extra villagers. Castle Age comes in, another 4 extra villagers. The only problem with Bengalis, potentially, is the tech tree. You can't just easily go into knights or something like that. You really got to think about what you're going for. But Ratha could be a solid option. Monks could be a really solid option. This map is so ridiculous. Each segment, you have to consider a different 1v1. I would just delete a TC. I don't know if deleting a TC is best. Castle Age on the way for both of the Finns. Really good preparation from both of them. Good civ selection. I think the issue for them is going to be tech trees, right? Huns can be good, but in the late game, not really the most powerful civilization. And you have to focus on 2 sides, right? Don't get access to bomber cannon or anything like that. Nothing insane to push your opponent. Bengalis, kind of the same deal. But we did see Slam win with Ballista Elephants, so maybe Elephant Archers is in play. We actually have Scouts over here from Classic Pro. It's kind of hurt his uptime a little bit. You could see he's a minute behind his opponents, but at least he's getting some map control on this lower segment. We'll see the stable come up from Max and the second stable come up from Classic Pro over here. On the top side, Vilesa, he's going to wall off one of his areas. So that tells me he's probably going to focus over here. He's already gotten scouting on this forward gold. He probably knows about the forward stone. Yep, he's gotten scouting on everything here. So a castle right here would go hard. And he's already on the stone on this side. You wall up over here, take the stone. Go for a castle over here, potentially. And then you keep taking that stone and you can go for a castle defensively if Classic Pro decides to push you over here. But you know from your ally that Classic Pro is making scouts down here. So it's likely he's going to go aggressive. And that kind of frees you up to maybe do something on this side. He's actually going aggressive here. Okay, so it's a full wall and aggression in the north. And that castle is sick, dude. Really, really sick. And he's got Spearmen to support it, too. Even puts it further forward and goes for an additional town center. And we can see Bengali's 59 villagers versus 54 from his opponent. Winchester adding in eagles on the bottom. And now Max has to deal with this. Only one stable down here against 3 barracks eagle production. Max also has to deal with aggression on this bottom side. But his ally is having a really, really good setup up north. Finch is just dead up top. You mean Classic Pro? Classic Pro feels kind of dead up here, doesn't he? Hopefully he can get some great damage in down here. But, I mean, if you're going to have a wild kind of defense on two sides, Huns is a good civilization to do it with. Fast production, don't have to worry about housing space. He's very clearly distracted with this because he's not paying attention to the knights going into his woodline. Max is in a situation where he just needs to survive. Just keep producing military if you can. Unfortunately, he only has 2 knights. Vilesa is going to do some serious damage at the top side. Good quick wall, but he just runs around. You just simply have to survive. You have to wait. The Eagles are coming in from Winchester. The Knights are coming in from Classic Pro, and it's a nightmare. Literally, figuratively. For Max. Disgusting situation economically. Also kind of disgusting down here. Max is really struggling for resources. Really, really struggling. We saw it work out fine, though, for ACCM and Slam, right? ACCM got bullied on this map. He got so bullied on this map, and Slam just carried through. But ACCM knew the assignment. He was just going to survive. Another disgusting woodline here for Classic Pro. Fortunately, this guy's on melee? No, he's just not attacking. He's on range. He's just simply not attacking. And, oh, God, this is so gross. Oh, that's disgusting. Max, pay attention. He's busy over here. Oh, God. He's selling Vilesa right now. He's like, I'm just dying, bro. And Winchester's at the point where he's just under the TC. Wrath is still not attacking. That is unfortunate for sure. And now it's time for Vilesa to start thinking about pressuring Winchester up here. Right? Does he have enough stone for a castle? Almost. And he's coming forward for another one right here. If he can take out 2 of their segments, that should be good. But look at this. Max is completely dead over here. It will free him up to focus on this side. But his eco is still in shambles. He can't take wood. He has no wood. It might be a situation where Vilesa needs to send him wood. And they've called the GG. Max is just gone. He's just dead. He's done. Vilesa sees an eagle over here. Max can't do anything here. Max can't do anything over here. And they just call it. Why GG? Because one of the players was completely out of it. It was basically a 1v2 at that situation. I think they could have probably played on. But, yeah. Really, really desperate situation there for Max. I think Huns kind of screwed him over. If he had walled in this wood line, he would have had wood income, right? But when you're playing Huns, the tendency is to play open. I've said this before. I think that's mistaken. I think Huns with walls are very, very powerful. Huns without walls are very, very dead. But obviously there's a lot going on, right? You got both TCs, different sides of the map. Very difficult. Maybe this is a strat. Just focus on one player and take him out. I mean, could be, right? But then you still have to defend. Like, Classic Pro was a few minutes away from being completely dead over here. Even with double Monastery Monk defense. There's just simply too many Ratha, right? He's so close to being dead over here. And Winchester would have had problems over here. Eagles against Ratha. But yeah, Max would have been dead. Like, dead over here. And is still dead over on this side. Eco should be firmly in Valesa's side. Yep. And wood collected. Big deal here for Max. It's actually less for Winchester. But he was just spamming Eagles. Should be fine with that. All right. 2-0. Or not 2-0, sorry. 1-1. And a loss for the Huns and a loss for the Bengalis. Lithuanians win. And win for the Incas. Here we go. It is so early. People haven't even woken up to tune in yet. What are today's sets? There's this one, and then there's Amigos versus 5TC Boomers. 4 p.m. in Europe. Europe isn't real. Europe is simply Peru backwards. True. Try it at home. Hey, Dave, love your YouTube videos. Just wish you uploaded more often. Yeah, it's kind of a casualty of being interactive with the stream, right? So if I spend too much time like goofing off here or talking to my chat, I generally won't put it up on YouTube. Or if I'm like, if I have a break where I'm playing music on the stream and there's like a 2 or 3 minute break, it's going to be muted on the YouTube VOD. So I won't put it up, right? So that really limits the amount of videos that I export to YouTube. So I apologize. But that's just me focusing more on the stream. Yo, Chris, thank you for the 22 months. Spig, thank you for the 5. Mercury, thank you for the 13. Pig Off, welcome back. Heroes of our time, 27 months. Let's go, dude. Joe Sakic or Steve Yzerman? Oh. I feel like Sakic had a higher peak than Yzerman. But Sakic spent a lot of his time injured. I don't know, dude. That's a tough one. They're like on the same tier for me. Both really, really solid, really good players. All right, here we are on Nomad. Max playing as Burmese. Burmese are so hot on Nomad. I love Burmese on Nomad. Oh, they're beautiful. And Mongols from Vilesa, but his TC has been discovered and his cow has been stolen. Classic Pro playing as Malay. Winchester as the Berbers. Malay will likely try and contest water. Maybe Winchester does, actually. No, I think Malay contests water. Winchester tries to get into maybe Camel Archers or something. Camel Archers could be really solid against Arambai if Max wants to go for that route. He is up here against the edge of the map. He's gone for a dock over here. His teammate's dock is up here. So they're controlling this side of the sea. And Winchester and Classic Pro are controlling this side of the sea. Interesting little river system making its way in here, too. Max is in Narnia. Kinda is. He's all alone down here. He's gonna get discovered, though. By Winchester. The cow will disappear. And I wonder if Winchester was fully tracking that cow. Yeah, he was. So he'll know. He'll also see this boar going back. Probably. He might actually come out and take this boar now that he's lost that cow. He can see the corner of this carcass here. I think it would be a solid thing to come take this boar, harvest the food, and then drop off by switching these guys to fishermen. They can spot the TC from Max now, and they can spot the TC from Vilessa. So really good scouting from Winchester and Classic Pro. Max and Vilessa, well, they're exploring the shorelines, and they've got excellent scouting already, and they already know about this dock over here, as Max is coming out to take this boar quite early. Even though he's got plenty of food left on this, he doesn't want Winchester to take it and steal it. Now, the only question is whether they can figure out this weird kind of shoreline and ascertain where Classic Pro is going to be, because eventually they will find this stuff from Winchester over here. Why do some tourneys have landlocked nomads? It's just a different style, right? We had it for WWC. I think it might have been a Nations Cup. I can't remember. But it means that you have to really judge whether you want to go water or not, as Winchester has lost track of these villagers and they're actually leaving this area, trying to come all the way back to his town center. That's the problem with going hunt and then having to switch to fish to drop off the food. So if you go water on landlocked nomad from like over here, then it's going to take you forever to get to this side. So it's a little bit more variation on players who go fast castle or players who just go water. Also means your fish, it's harder for them to escape too. So probably more prevalence of forward docks, probably more prevalence of one player going FC. So just a overall variance in strategy, but the regular nomad is fine too. All right, Feudal Age on the way for both. Really, really quick for Classic Pro. Really, really quick for Vilessa. With the Mongols. Does he see that? He doesn't see that boar. That's unfortunate. He'll find it eventually, though. And he still doesn't know where the TC from Winchester is, but they can see the deer carcass here. And this cow is going to disappear. So they should know. They also see a house over here from Classic Pro. Don't know if that's the dock or the TC, but I think with that placement, you can assume it's going to be the TC, unless he docked over here.
You should have heard your mom last night. She sounded like my great aunt when I pull a surprise visit. She was like,
Mad Loki, thank you for the 26 months, dude. Welcome back. There was a signal here from Max. So he was saying, listen, there's some stuff over here. If he spots those villagers, a demo could be intergalactic. I would definitely demo these. But he doesn't know. He doesn't see it yet. These villagers, once again, making the long trek back. Winchester is going to maybe want to expand his fishing eco over on this side. And then figure out that he doesn't have any villagers. But this could be by design as well. Maybe just sending his boys and girls back here. Oh, don't attack those. Demo it up. Demo it up. Wait for him to come for this deer and then demo it. Don't even, bro. He would have definitely come out for this. Sad, Dave? Yes, extremely sad. Galley's looping around from Classic Pro to try and snipe the fish. There's going to be a galley defensively here from Vilesa. And the thing with Mongols is you can go for that super fast uptime, but if you find some boars along the way, and there's a boar right here and there's a boar right here, you can actually get a really competitive castle each time behind this, especially if your fish are still alive. We see an FC attempt here from Max, and he's going out to stone. So the idea is definitely castle drop, and he definitely knows that the TC is over here from Classic Pro. He definitely knows the TC is over here from Winchester, and they even have vision on the mining camp. So they know Winchester's going to go into Camel Archers. Camel Archers should do really well against Arambai. But you can never underestimate Arambai. And Camel Archers need a lot of upgrades to be good, right? They need ballistics. They need bodkin arrow. They need like husbandry, bloodline. They need a ton. Arambai are just good right off the rip. Dave needs to take demo seminars for the pros. No, they just don't. They don't understand. They're like, I can never get a use out of a single use unit. Never find value out of that. And they never listen to me. Why would they listen to me? From a pro's perspective, I'm just a nobody, dude. No one listens to me. Even if I'm right. Even if I'm right and it proves out later that I am right, they will frame it. And this has happened probably 100 times from just MBL. They'll frame it as their own idea. They'll disagree with me and then frame it. They'll be like, I figured something out. I figured something out. Castle Age on the way for both. Very quick for Malay. I think he clicked up at the same time as Vilesa, but of course, Malay uptimes are faster. And Vilesa will have archers here. He has the outpost. He's going to try and deny this castle attempt from Winchester. Winchester does have loom, though, so this is not going to be denied. It will just be harassed. On the other side, Max coming forward for a castle. Classic Pro walling it off. Max is going to try and drop a castle right here. Look at Classic Pro go. Oh my God. He's like, yeah, this isn't happening, bud. And Max is like, no, it's happening. Just let it happen. And he puts the castle down. I don't think it's within range of the TC, which is great. And oh my God, Winchester has also been pushed away from this area, and he's forced to go for the castle back here. Wonderful defense there from Vilesa. He saw that Winchester was on stone. He knew exactly what he needed to do. Just a couple units. Classic Pro also knowing what he needed to do against Vinch. And Classic Pro's town center, like I said, should not be within range. But actually, it might be. Because all you need to do is range that little corner area. It might be within range of this castle. Don't be surprised if it is. Maybe with fletching. Arambai production has started. It's going to be crossbow, likely, from Vilesa, and that should be able to deal with the initial camel archers. And the initial ones are the ones you're scared of. He goes for a second town center. Second town center forward from Max, and it's on stone. And Classic Pro's in a rough position where it can't really safely take that stone. Meanwhile, though, Classic Pro still pushing it on this side. Vilesa denying that castle, well defending on water, by the way. And now he's going for fire ships, which should be able to deal with these war galleys in this choke point. Unfortunately, does lose a villager, but he forgot about that villager anyway. So did he really even exist in the first place? And yeah, this is a nightmare. Arambai are brutal. Classic Pro once again under an immense amount of pressure. Still trying to go Navy to clear up the fish, but it hasn't happened. And look at this. Max went for a dock over here, and he cleared the fish from Winchester, and he's clearing the fish from Classic Pro. This is exactly what you needed to do. Winchester needed to go for a dock over here, just like Max did. But Winchester was so focused on getting that castle up on Vilesa, and now he's got no fish at all. They're running. They're not going to find value. And now the... Oh, God. The Arambai are in on the wood line. They miss a lot of shots, but sometimes the missed shots hit. And it's a tower from Max over on this stone. Beautiful, beautiful play here from Max. He takes out the monk. He's denied Classic Pro off the gold, off the stone over here. And he's pushing him with the Arambai, and this is terrible. This is a terrible situation for SalzZ to be in. Eco difference is huge, just because of the fish. And Max has had safe fish over here forever. Crossbow's helping out against the camel archers. TC will go up. And there's another TC over here. So not really much damage to be done at all by Winchester. As this siege workshop gets denied too. Like Vilesa's winning the 1v1 over here. Max is winning the 1v1 over here. And they're kind of helping each other out too. Like Vilesa's still defending Max's fish. Max is killing the fish from the opponent. This should just be done. So many villager kills too for Max. Take a look at the eco KD. Yeah, 15-3. That it does include fishing ships. But you can see the amount of damage Max has done. And so many of these vills are weak. And like I said, Arambai miss a lot of shots, but sometimes your missed shots hit, chat. That is not an encouragement to shoot your shot everywhere. I'm just saying. Sometimes the missed ones hit. Vilesa is on stone. Camel Archer's still pushing in. And, oh my God. My man is going in. Classic Pro could be defeated. I don't want to alarm anyone, but if Winchester keeps playing on here, there is a not so small percentage chance that Classic Pro gets defeated if this match goes on for another 5 minutes. Another tower from Max. Docks are going down. Vilesa should be able to clear up these war galleys here. Maybe even the fire if he produces another fire ship of his own. Winchester's still pushing on this side. Vilesa should be looking at this and saying to Max, like, don't be the guy that says, come help me. You should be saying, I'm fine. I can survive for a couple more minutes. Just kill Classic Pro. And Classic Pro is going to have to go for a dock here to make transport ships to leave. This is not good. What are the resources looking like for Vilesa? If he could buy himself a castle, that could be huge. And he's just simply running with the Vills over here. Siege workshop for him. Camel archers. Mangonel's pushing in. Arambai is still working away on the monks. TC's still defending. And Max now sees the dock up in the north there as Vilesa continues to kind of die here. And now that the war galleys are into his fishing eco, there is a fire ship here, but Max just drags the Lex and pulls everything away. Camel Archer's in defense. Vilesa will go for a market, and he'll likely try and get a castle up. Maybe. But he has escaped with villagers down to this area. Max's fish are now gone. Vilesa's fish, chilling. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Listix is not in for Winchester. Max just needs to take this fight. He's going to lose, and he needs to buy time for the Vils to get away. Classic Pro just trying to hold on. Vilesa just going for another TC. Man, this is... Winchester has kind of made something happen over here. I don't know what happened to the crossbows from Vilesa, but I thought he was going to be able to defend fine up there. Caught by surprise, maybe. Gets another Camel Archer. Now he's got his own little Camel Archer defense force. CADF is what they call it. Someone needs to perform a wellness check on Classic Pro. So we need a wellness check on Classic Pro for sure. Get him. Oh. Classic Pro Monarch S. True. Mangonel's now helping out Vilesa. Winchester's eco is looking pretty good. 60 villagers, but it's 79 for Max. 1, 2, 3, 4 town centers. Max is getting bloodlines now for his Arambai. Classic Pro's escaping. He's on the run, but unfortunately for him, Vilesa is up here. Do they see this? He does. He did see it for a second. And the Arambai are looping around this way. There is a town center there from Winchester. And Classic Pro is just trying to run right now. He is transporting away across this little river system. All the way over to his allies' base. 24 villagers for him. And he's going to get away with some. So he won't be defeated. Castle up here from Winchester. Maybe not the greatest castle for efficiency on the stones and golds, but it's a good position to lock down in the center. And now Vilesa, oh no, he's found them. He saw them. He's seen it. Max tries to go for the stone wall over here. At least she's got... Max will, at some point, complete the stone wall over there. And Max is still working away on this stuff. And villagers are still dying from Classic Pro. 18 villagers only. Castle has been discovered, so the Mangonels will need to retreat. But... more villagers dying. She escapes to tell the story of her harrowing journey as Max tries to complete this wall and go for more farms. And his eco should be looking fantastic, right? 98 villagers versus 80 from Winchester. Eco upgrades looking okay. And Vilesa also at 76 vils. And now he's going to go for more conversions. Needs to be very careful. There's another army coming in from this side. Underwhelming attack ground from that Mangonel, but the Arambai are in over here. And oh, look! Look who it is! Look at who Max has discovered once again. Castle? Right here? How did that take literally no HP? You mean the second attack round didn't hit anything? The first one did take HP. So many Arambai. Handcart now coming in for Vinch, so his eco should start really producing resources, but Max is going to be up shortly. And Vilesa is going to be up too, and now he's got a castle as well. Archer ranges for Vilesa. Potentially skirmisher play. Potentially. Mangadai aren't going to be the greatest thing in the world against Camel Archers. Arambai will be pretty good, though. In this mass. You could see those camel archers dying pretty quickly. Where are you coming from? Where were you? Were you up here still? Weird. Another castle back here from Winchester. Arambai are coming into the eco. And camel archers are coming over. Okay. The battle to end all battles. Arambai versus camel archers. Camel archers have all the upgrades except the second armor upgrade. In Castle Age, they got bloodlines, they got husbandry, they've got ballistics, they've got bodkin arrow, and Max just dips away. And Finch has to be like, hang on, where'd he go? Hang on a second. Vilessa opened the wall and then they plugged the wall again. And Max is back over here. Classic Pro wellness check. Second town center is going up. One relic, Pog, transport ship, and a dream. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. At long range, the camel archers will farm. At close range, it's a roll of the dice, right? How many of the Arambai shots hit? And it is Skirm from Vilessa. Good shot there with the Mangonel, weakening a lot of them. And Winchester has to be very careful taking these fights now with a bunch of weak camel archers. 41 Arambai. They both get to Imperial Age at the same time, and it's just an overwhelming advantage here for Suomi. You can see villager count almost double, right? Military count double. Classic Pro and Winchester call the GG, and that's a 2-1 situation there for Finland. Great play from Max. He was in Narnia, as we said at the beginning. Booming up down here. I think the best thing that he did was go for the dock and take out the fish from Classic Pro and Winchester. Made it really, really difficult for them to stay alive. The castle was pushed back here from Vilessa. The initial castle was pushed back from Classic Pro, but Max still got one here. But yeah, helping out on the water was absolutely massive. I think Winchester needed to kill Vilessa more. Yeah, but it's tough, right? His castle got pushed back at the beginning because there was archers there from his opponent. So it's like, if you don't get the castle forward, it's really, really difficult to finish the guy off. How many Arambai is one megabai? I don't. What's a gigabai? Terabai? What is a megabyte, a gigabyte, a terabyte, and an omega gigabyte?
You should have heard your mom last night. She sounded like my great aunt when I pull a surprise visit. She was like, oh!
If the Canadian devil took your immortal soul and the regular devil was upset that it was not taken through nuance, but a Freem game and fought the Canadian devil, would your intense Canadian nationalism cause you to root for the Canadian devil?
I mean, the Canadian devil is at least going to hold the door open for you.
Shut the fuck up or I'll take it to Twitter.
You won't have to
Get
open it up
yourself a
yourself.
Harvey's.
Right? I'd take the Canadian devil. Thank you for the 43 months. Hasty, thank you for the 11. Burmese win and the Mongols win, and that's a loss for Malay and a loss for the Berbers. We go on to Golden Lakes. Better the devil you know than the one you don't. Exactly. All right, give me 2 seconds. Be right back. They're in your skin. They're in your skin. They're in your skin. Are you on meth?
Fuck you all. Your lives are so sad. I get a
Roto,
charity
thank you for the
tax break
17
just for
months.
hanging out with you.
As a fellow Sinatra lover, you should listen to some Matt Forbes.
Matt Forbes. Matt Forbes sounds like my financial advisor. Sounds like a fake name. I'm going into the world of professionals. I need a new name. I shall now be known as Matthew Forbes. Matthew Harvard Forbes. Matt Forbes D is nuts. Thanks, Snort. All right. Finland winning 2-1, or currently winning 2-1. They haven't won the set yet. SalzZ needing to win this game to carry on in the Cartographers, and we've got Golden Lakes now. Golden Lakes, much like Four Lakes or Cross or whatever you want to call it, except it's got like this golden pit area in the center with this cracked earth terrain. I wonder if they have a rule against terraforming the terrain. So your buildings take more damage on cracked earth, 25% more damage, which can be really brutal if you're in a Treb war or whatever. But if you place farms down and then delete the farms, you don't even have to complete the farm. You just place them. You turn it into regular terrain. And I don't know if there's a rule in the tournament about that. I don't know. Anyway, Classic Bro playing as Byzantines as Max runs right into the town center. Initially, it takes a little bit of a hit. Winchester playing as the Malians. And then we have Mayans and Persians over on the other side. So it's usually an archer player and a scout player. Contesting water here. We've seen it tried. Does it work though? Unclear. Good wall off here from Classic Bro. He had an eagle and a scout in the back of his base from Finland. And now the eagle is working away on the wall over here. Classic Pro already has his villager walled off, though. He's going to save her, and he's going to start getting his fishing ships out. Where Gamba? They're working hard on it. Somebody is. I don't know where, but Gamba's here. Oh yeah, you have 10 seconds left. I didn't see that up there. That was really weird. It only popped up when you mentioned that. And it was at like 20% time left. Very, very strange. Handcrafted this Gamba. Yep. Handcrafted by Extercept. That's right. He typed in every word for that Gamba. Where on earth is she going? Is she going to go build a dock to contest water over on the other side? I guess Classic Pro is Byzantines. He's getting awfully close to being discovered by this eagle, though. And the villager will go all the way over there. No real scouting on where the TC is set up from their opponents. So she's going to have to be very, very sneaky as she moves around the side. Max is also Persians, so it's going to be a little bit difficult to deal with their extra production on the docks and deal with the extra HP. But Byzantines are really nice with the fire galleys. They should win the 1v1s, and they should be able to take out the fish if he gets the dock up on time. Classic Pro! Chill. And he just avoids vision from the Max. Oh my god. Almost ran right into the TC. Skirts around the fog of war. And we'll get right to the corner. Needs to build that dock in this little space right here. And I think Max won't see that, right? Yeah, if he builds the dock right here, Max won't see that. That's crazy. That's a great sneak from Classic Pro. Now, usually we don't see the sneaks happening here. Ah, but it's been discovered. Usually we don't see the sneaks happening. People will opt to focus on the land pressure. Because if you go for a dock forward like this, you're susceptible to be getting killed fully on the land. And there's going to be scouts coming out from Winchester. Or, sorry. Archers coming out from Villessa, and Max will be going for scouts. Bro just rushed a ship over for no reason. No, you always scout the sides. Link. There's not no reason. You always scout the sides. And look, he's blocking with the fishing ship, trying to keep that villager in there, trying to prevent a second dock. That was just good play from Max. The fishing ship did not auto to that shorefish. No, he literally sent a fishing ship over there because he's up against Byzantines. Now he's going to try and deny this dock. He's got a tower going up. He's got scouts over here. I think the tower is probably a mistake. You can take this villager out anyway. He saw the scout. Okay. And the villager is going to be running away, but Max will be able to deal with her. Unfortunately for Max, he is up against Byzantines. Does manage to win that 1v1 because he had 2 villagers repairing and will get the tower up. But he can't be producing any more fish at the moment. Whereas Classic Pro can keep producing fishing ships. He's going to be fairly secure as long as he gets these walls up at his home base. There are archers on the way, though. He needs to wall in front of his TC. If he leaves this TC open... Ooh. If he leaves this open, I swear to God. By the way, Dravidians are nuts on this map. They're okay. They're basically good on team game on any hybrid map. They use them on migration already. Overreaction from Max? I don't know. If you do take this out, I think the tower is definitely an overreaction. And oh no, the scouts are in from Winchester. Max will lose a villager already. He's got spearmen in defense, but still, rough situation for him. If you manage to take all this stuff out, you will have free fish. Good demo there from Classic Pro. And free fish with Persians is incredibly strong. So you can see why he wants to secure the pawn. I just think the tower was definitely an overreaction. Scouts are coming over for Max. And, well, bro, why is this not walled? Why did Max not try and click in? There's nothing around this. But the Finns will try and pressure through on this side, and it's only skirmishers in defense, and they're like, well, there's simply no possible way we could ever break through here. Let's go to Winchester. We've examined all the angles. We've looked at everything. And there's absolutely no way in. And now the spearmen have gotten separated from the archers, which means a few archers go down until the spearmen meet up. Armor is coming in for Winchester. Castle Age, though, on the way from Villessa. And Max is going to get this dock fully cleared up, and then he's going to go for a lot of fish at the back here. And his eco is going to start to expand. Classic Pro doesn't have much to help on the land. because he went for this attempt. And he also doesn't have many fishing ships of his own. So this is why you don't really contest water. You're just so far behind economically. And you don't really have any units to help your ally out. Fortunately for him, though, Winchester, with the armor, with good scout numbers, is going to be able to clear this army. And they also kill a random villager forward from Max. As Max now tries to run with his scouts, he doesn't have the armor on these bad boys. He doesn't have bloodlines like Winchester has. And he's still not on the way up to Castle Age. Was really stalled out by the water pressure here from Classic Pro, but he's adding fish at a ferocious rate. 13 fishing chips now for him. So he should be able to click up to Castle Age shortly. Persian TCs will go up a little bit faster. And the Persian boom is going to be kind of insane. And also, Vilesa in Castle Age already still has a decent archer count. You can see Classic Pro's archer count really not there. So if both players are fully walled, Winchester won't really find that much damage with the scouts that he has still alive. Archer's on the way. A lot of spearmen to help him out now. And Max is signaling over here. You can see. He's like, check this. Check this. There might be something here. Or maybe he's signaling this like, cool. That's a really cool rock formation. Beautiful house walls from Max. Sends the spearman out. Chases this away. 18 fish from him now. Winchester has 16. 18 fishing ships, and he's adding more, so Max is going to go for the Omega fish trap boom. And Winchester has to be worried about the crossbows pushing in. He does have 3 stables, so he's going to go for the night production. He's going to go for that +2 right away. But this is fairly concerning. And Classic Pro still doesn't have all that much to help. He's sending across 7 archers. 8th one trailing. And he's getting the crossbow upgrade right now, but this stuff from Vilesa is already in the back of Winchester's base, so very, very concerning. 22 fishing chips from Max. And he's going for the traps. Already. 2nd stable from him. Almost an overchop here. From Classic Pro. Needs to be very careful. And Vilesa will probably lose this army, but he did get the pikeman upgrade, which makes it difficult for the knights to take this engagement against the crossbows confidently. And Vilesa knows even if he loses this fight, as long as he pulls this army back here, it's going to buy his team so much time. Two dead knights. And just waste some more time. That'll give time for Max to boom up. Give him time to get these fish traps set up. These look ugly, but they're actually not bad. They're actually not bad. Wait till he gets the other one set up. And then it's going to be a little bit better. Feel like he could have ran to the fish ASAP and killed some. He doesn't know where they are. We can see that. He doesn't know. Like, if he goes over here with his crossbows, he might get 1 or 2 fishing ships. Is that worth it? I don't know. All right, night production is on from Matt. He's adding more fish. My man is about to drop the hottest fish boom of all time. Classic Pro just now going for his 2nd TC. As crossbows pushing across the center. Remember, the only gold available other than like a 3-tile or 2 3-tile patches in your base is all in the center. So center control can matter. Not really at this part in the game, though. In another 5 minutes, it's going to be everybody focused on that middle area. Classic Pro is going to go up to him. Byzantine cheaper Imperial Age, Arbalest Bracer, big upgrades. And they're really, really trying to pressure Max over on this side. However, they've forgotten about Valessa, and Valessa has 39 crossbows. He needs his teammate nearby, though. I don't think he can fight knights and crossbows, especially with that +2 armor. Winchester's a threat to this army here from Valessa. Thumbring is coming in. Imperial Age is on the way for Classic Pro, and Max has managed to sneak out here. He only has +1 armor, though. Only has +1 armor on his knights. He's busy making traps. Making more fish. Oh my god. Eco count out of control for Finland. I wonder why. 29 fishing ships for Max. And now he has no stables at all. No, never mind. He's made 3 more stables at the bottom. 25 crossbows for Classic Pro, 46 for Valessa, and he's getting a castle up in the center, and he's going forward with some crossbows. Imperial Age timing is going to be insane for Classic Pro, but I think the numbers for Valessa are enough to counter that, and especially with the picks he's getting over here. Before these crossbows get upgraded with Bracer, before they get Arbalist. Good kills there on those. Valessa with the step back micro. Max just trying to stay in front of these crossbows. Max needs to stay in front, not behind. In front, not behind. Good unit control so far for Max. He's split his focus. Couple knights in front, couple knights behind, and the micro is on point from Valessa to take out the cavalry from Winchester. There's not enough crossbows over here from Classic Pro to make a difference. And as long as Max sends just a few knights forward to support his ally, Valessa should be able to get away with these crossbows. Imperial Age is on the way. Ooh, he might not get away with these. They're just going to clear all the crossbows they can. They saw Imperial Age come in for Classic Pro, and they're going to try and get rid of as many units as possible. They will throw away the initial crossbow army from Valessa to do that. But he's got more production behind. He's even adding more ranges. That was a really sick fight there. This one. But good clear up from Winchester and Classic Pro to get that sorted out. And Max, well, still adding traps. Siege Workshop. Chemistry is already in. So the bomber cannons might be pushing the center area here shortly. Take a look at the fishing eco from Winchester. He's about to be out of fish. So he's reaching a point where he's going to need to add in those traps. And Max has already done that. Valessa should be fine with these trades. Taking out Imperial Age units. Should be okay. +2 armor is in for Max. More stables are being added here for Max. There's an option for him to just stay in Castle Age and just produce knights rather than going up. And I think that's exactly what Winchester is doing right now. You can see 7 stables for him. Crazy level of production from Winchester. 21 knights on the field. Max is still making fish. He's still making fish. And the knights are in the back, really distracting Valessa as he gets the Imperial Age finally. 21 crossbows for him, 20 crossbows only for Classic Pro. 70 villagers versus 70. 9 fishing ships versus 14. The eco is suddenly better for Classic Pro. And the bomber cannons are out. Winchester and Classic Pro starting to turn this one around. Max still making fishing ships. Like I said, my man's about to drop the hottest fish boom of the century. You've never seen anything like it. Not worth it to get Arbalest right away anymore. Yeah, it's a very expensive tech. It is probably worth it now, so you're gonna save up for that. But definitely Bracer is better. You can make an argument that Arbalist is better than Chemistry. But Chemistry takes a very long time, so you probably want to start that early. Good clear up here for Vilessa. That's not a fight that Classic Bro wants to take. And both Classic Bro and Vinchester now expanding out to the center area. Very weak knights here from Max. And he's still adding fish. I feel like a broken record. My man is still adding shit. Oh my god, dude. This food eco is gonna hit different. Holy, but they're still behind on total eco. Vinchester has a pretty insane boom going on. Classic Bro's up to 81 Vils. Vilessa is down to 68, so he really took some hits on the economy. But he is Mayans, and he already has Arbalest. He's getting the second armor upgrade, and he's just full Arbalest production. That's his entire focus right now. Good dance there from Vinchester. And Vilessa will try for another castle. I don't know if you want a castle in this area, though. That's kind of a target, right? Oh. Back up from that. Vinchester starting to get his fish trap set up. Max. 47 fishing ships. Max is going to be in a position to produce knights. That food is going to be coming in quickly. Arbalist pushing forward. Is that the imp? He should be fine because there's no siege here. We just question the fact that this is the Imperial HTC. Big fight happening here. Bombard Cannon's getting a lot of value against the Arbalest. Vilessa's eco struggling to keep up Arbalest production, and he doesn't have any in the queue. The castle is going to go up from him. He's going to try and deny the castle here from Vinchester. It's not going to happen, though. Vinchester does lose a few villagers, but that's about it. And this castle on cracked earth terrain is going to go down, and he can't repair it. Some more production coming in from Vilessa. His eco, he hasn't really added anything, right? He's just focusing on Arbalest production. That's it. Max is now producing from an incredible amount of stables. He's got 11. How many for Vinchester? Still 8. And that's not a fight Vilessa wants to take. Oh, God. Oh, God. He's losing so many Arbalists. He's got 10 more in the queue. Needs to produce faster. Cavalier now coming in from Max. It's going to be all up to Max to steamroll this. If they lose this position, they lose access to gold. That can be really brutal. Also, bombard cannons are massive here for Classic Pro. 26 kills on these already. Tons of damage coming in for those two. Knight numbers for Max finally eclipsing those from Vinchester. And he's got the fishing ships set up. He's got them set up now. So the food is going to be coming in big time. He needs even more stables. He needs more production. Might be saving for Paladin. Waiting for Cavalier to come in. His Cavalier upgrade will hit a little bit sooner than Vinchester's. And they might be planning a big push when that comes in. It's in now. And they can't do anything. Savar. Sorry, not Paladin. Savar. God, I forgot. Savar is on the way in. And Max can still queue while Savar is being researched. Queues 11 more. They still have gold access for the time being. I don't know how long this castle is going to stay up, but the Treb has taken out one bombard cannon and pushes back the other two. So the castle will remain alive. 42 are... Oh, we're about to have a massive engagement. Malians do have Farimba, but Persians have access to an upgraded Cavalier, the Savar. Basically a Paladin. So in the long game, this is really going to benefit Max over Vinchester. Vinchester will have to switch into like Camel, which is then weak to the Arbalest. Also, great pressure over here from Max. Typical Max gameplay. He's switching it up. Just sending a couple Cavalier over to this side. Killing some villagers. Distracting Winchester. Waiting for Savar to come in. He's got 55 Cavalier. Oh, God. We're going to have a big fight. Oh, we're going to have a big fight. Oh, we're going to have a massive fight. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here they are. Here they are. Arbalist pushing him behind. Savar charging like Rohan outside of Minas Tirith. The line is being held right now by Winchester, but for how long? Savar just eating their way through these Cavalier, even though he does have Farimba, and now the Savar are pushing in towards the TC. The Arbalist from Classic Pro taking them down one by one, but there's Arbalist behind here from Vilesa. And it feels like Winchester and Classic Pro just didn't get the damage done fast enough. And behind this, we have an incredible fish boom from Max, bringing him the resources that he needs. He's got gold access now in the center. More Savar on the way. And the Arbalists from Classic Pro are getting cleared. 75 Arbalists behind from Vilesa. Switch to Camel now. I don't know if you want to do that. The Arbalists destroy Camel. It's the problem with going for a Civ that doesn't get a Paladin or Paladin equivalent. And Savar over here, or sorry, Light Cav this time. Winchester is now down to 115 Vils. Why no heavy camels? Because heavy camels are bad when the opponent is making Arbalists. That's why. You want your melee unit to be somewhat tanky against the range unit of your opponent. Otherwise, it all just dies. Eight Pierce Armor on these bad boys. Holy. Castle also going down over here. Vilesa's eco still not great, right? 73 Vils. But 85 Arbalists. He can just focus on military production. This castle's going to go down. Gold Axis is going to be gone from Winchester. Light Cav's still raiding in the back here. And now a Savar is in the back of Classic Pro's eco. And the GG is called. Finland will advance 3-1 over Sal. Sal's played really well here, but they couldn't finish it off when they needed to. They needed to finish that before Max was boomed and had the Savar upgrade, because the Malians are always going to lose against the Persians there if they have an Arbalist teammate to back them up. If Winchester was a Paladin civilization, then you can match up against the Savar fairly well, right? But having only Cavalier, even with Farimba, it's not going to get the job done. Show fish. It's a really solid fish boom. Really, really solid. I know it looks better when the fishing chips are like on top of the traps, but this is basically the same thing. They just instantly drop off. These are the only ones that are kind of misplaced. And you could see what it cost him to do this, right? Like, Vilesa lost a lot of Vils because he didn't have the production. They lost armies here because he didn't have the same net production as Winchester. He lost 3 of his stables here. But he knew, if I get this rolling, there's a very, very limited chance that Winchester and Classic Pro end up winning the game. Now let's see Chris's fish boom side by side. Okay, this is Max's fish boom, right? Now imagine these traps being here, 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 here. One is over here randomly. And then here. Just no trap within 5 tiles of the dock. Is 50 fishing ships team game new meta? I wouldn't say new. I'd say ever since gill nets came in, people have slowly started adding more fish traps. It is a risk, though. It definitely is a risk. And there was actually more food collected overall from Winchester. Because he had more farms. See, 47 farms versus no farms! My man did not make a single farm. What are the risks? You give up the timing, right? Fish traps are expensive. Fishing ships and fish traps combined is 175 wood. Whereas a farm and a villager is 60 wood, 50 food. So overall less resources. You also have to get gill nets for them to be bringing that in at a good pace. And then there's a time investment of placing the fish traps. It takes a lot of time to like delicately place these around your dock. And you could be punished for that. He lost 3 stables because he didn't have the production. And his ally almost died. Beautiful, though. Really, really solid. 3-1.